Century Club, and 119 Panama Defender. Just a couple of accolades. No big deal, no big deal. Give it up, folks. Shame on me. Shame on me. What is a world-class athlete without a world-class athlete partner? Am I right? Am I right? We don't get anywhere alone, right, leaders? So who you see, this gentleman right here, wave to the crowd, please, Mr. Joseph Raymond. This gentleman is the operational leader for the Roman Torres Foundation. He serves as a translator. He is a professional athlete himself and the son of 2 professional athletes. And for those basketball lovers out there, his mother, pro basketball. Give it up for Raymond Joseph. Now, all players may take their seats.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming. Let's give it up one more time for all of our panelists that came today. Okay, to start off, I would like to ask Sophia, when did you first fall in love with soccer?
I've been playing for the same club team ever since I started playing soccer, and I think after going through a lot of downs and a lot of ups, finally peaking with my team around when I was 15 made me realize that everything was worthwhile. For sure.
And Alfred, what about you? When did you first fall in love with soccer?
I fell in love with soccer when my dad first came to the U.S. as an immigrant back in 1994. The first real sport he ever played in his life was soccer. It was with a bunch of friends, just playing the dirt grounds, growing up, and I feel like when I was first born, I was kind of zoned into it. It was the first thing that I ever did, which was play soccer, and from there, ever so on, that's been my main passion.
When did you first fall in love with soccer?
Voy a hablar en español y disculpen un poquito por la voz, porque ayer tuve un partido y como soy técnico de un equipo de UPSL, ayer fue la final y me tocó gritar mucho. Pero me enamoré del fútbol y cuando me enamoré del fútbol es una historia chistosa. Desde pequeño siempre me gustaba el fútbol, pero antes de jugar fútbol jugaba béisbol. Y era catcher y en una jugada me puse muy adelante y vi cuando el niño se desconectó. Cuando el niño iba a batear, batió y me pegó un batazo en la espalda y ya de ahí dije, no voy a jugar más béisbol. Me enamoré más del fútbol en ese momento.
First, I want to apologize for his voice. So yesterday's UPSL team, C-Town, they had their final right over there at the field. And so yesterday he did have to shout a lot, so his voice is a little bit gravelly from that. But what he was saying is how he fell in love with soccer was actually he started out playing baseball, and he was a catcher. And as excited as he was to be a catcher, during one game, one time, he had just gotten a little bit too forward, and the batter just, hit him in the back with the bat, so, he was like, that's it, I don't want to play baseball, no more baseball, and that's why he fell in love with soccer instead.
Walter, who is your inspiration growing up?
¿Quién era tu inspiración de niño?
Bueno, primero felicitarlos a los organizadores por el evento, agradecerles por la invitación. Soy convencido que en este deporte la motivación hacia la juventud, hacia los niños es muy importante. Con respecto a la pregunta, de niño siempre me gustó mirar el fútbol brasileño. Tenía de referente a un jugador que siempre lo tengo en mente, que se llama Dunga, que jugaba en mi posición, y lo que siempre le digo a los jóvenes, a los niños, es que para perseguir el sueño siempre uno tiene que comer fútbol, tiene que mirar fútbol para tener referentes. yo quiero ser como él, yo quiero llegar a ser como él, yo quiero hacer las cosas que hace él. Entonces, bajo eso, uno va forjando su meta y va logrando poco a poco sus objetivos y hasta llegar al éxito. Pienso yo que mientras ustedes, los padres y los niños, se convenzan de que este deporte te lleva a hacer grandes cosas y tener mucha disciplina para tu vida, empiecen a mirar fútbol, de otros países, de Europa, de Sudamérica, de Centroamérica, vamos a encontrar que ellos en su camino logren el objetivo, que es que muchos niños que se han acercado a mí se acercan a los coaches, quieren ser jugadores profesionales, pero pienso yo que la única forma es que bajo el apoyo de los padres y mirar bastante fútbol, ustedes puedan lograrlo.
Okay. So the translator say, who was his inspiration when he was growing up? He was watching a lot of Brazilian football, and Dunga was one of the players that he really loved to see. And an important piece of advice is, it's not only just playing soccer. Playing soccer is not how you make it to where you want. You also have to watch soccer. You have to be exposed to soccer from all different countries, from Europe, from South America, wherever. That's how you can be exposed. You can just build your character as an athlete, build your portfolio as a soccer player. Not one, knowing how to play, but also how to be, and that's how you build yourself. So just getting exposure to different styles of soccer, being ready to learn.
Manal, who was your favorite player growing up? And did you try to adapt their playing style to the way you play at all?
My favorite soccer player was Cristiano Ronaldo growing up. The reason why was his work ethic. I felt like when I was growing up, one of the hardest workers in my life was my father. And when he first, again, came into the US, we didn't have much. We didn't start from anything. And from where we are today, he's built it all. And I appreciate and I dedicate everything I do to him. And just like that, I know Ronaldo misses and loves his father just as much. And I feel like seeing the work ethic that he puts in every day, no matter how much hate he gets, I feel like that's what drives me, and that's how I kind of have adapted as well in my life.
Sophia, did you ever think about any other careers or paths you wanted to do in life besides soccer or another sport at all?
Growing up I always considered it, but I would say that you really do get to a point in your soccer career where you realize that you can dedicate all of your time to becoming the best player that you can. So as tempting as it may be sometimes, I realized at a certain point that I would rather dedicate all of my time into becoming the best player that I can rather than trying to divvy it up between a different sport.
Ramon, who was your biggest leader in life?
Mi líder más grande es Dios. Dios es el único que puede hacer todo posible. Creo que al final todo lo que tenemos es gracias a Él. Y Dios conoce los corazones de cada uno de nosotros. Dios sabe lo que hacemos bien y lo que hacemos mal. Entonces yo creo que el único líder mío y es mi inspiración es Dios.
His biggest leader is God. God knows everybody's hearts. He knows what we do well, what we don't, and He makes everything possible. So for Him, the answer when it comes to above everything else, it's always going to be God for the biggest leader in His life.
Walter, how do you show leadership on and off of the field?
¿Cómo muestras liderazgo dentro del campo de juego?
El liderazgo no se impone, uno se lo gana. Mientras uno se se lo gane, el liderazgo lo adquieres. Pienso con respeto, con humildad y demostrando el sacrificio dentro y fuera de la cancha, siendo un buen compañero, siendo solidario. Entonces, mientras ustedes vayan con esos parámetros y esos valores, los demás compañeros lo van a mirar a ustedes como el líder de su equipo.
What Walter's saying, that leadership isn't something you just impose on people. It's something that you earn in the moment. It's about responsibility, accountability, sacrifice. It's about being a good teammate. So for everybody here, all the kids, if that's what you go for, that's how you're going to get leadership. That's how you build trust with your teammates. It's something that you earn.
Sophia, how do you show leadership on and off the field?
If you really are a leader, I feel like the biggest part of leadership is connection with the people and the teammates that you lead. So even, on the field, you're instructing them and you're teaching them how you like to play, but even outside the field, I think it's important to develop a connection with your teammates, your peers, understand what might be affecting them outside of the field that affects their performance on the field, and really gain the type of friendship that would make people trust your leadership.
And what advice would you give to your 12-year-old self?
Take risks when you're young. I feel like a lot of people are in the mindset where you're okay with what you're doing, but I would tell my younger self, take risks, because you don't know where you can go and what you can be if you don't take those risks. So that's one piece of advice I would tell everyone.
Ramon, what advice would you give your 12-year-old self if you could look back?
Si tuviera 12 años, ¿cuál es el consejo? Quisiera tener 12 años. Yo creo que al final el consejo no tiene una edad. Para mí yo creo que la disciplina, creo que es la parte fundamental donde nosotros debemos de tener esa disciplina muy importante, porque hoy en día en lo que hagamos, también a los padres, en su trabajo, si no tienen disciplina, no logran el objetivo. Todo en la vida se necesita disciplina, desde lo más pequeño hasta lo más adulto. Yo creo que esa siempre ha sido algo muy importante en mi carrera.
Power off.
En mi carrera, de que hoy en día, a la edad que tengo, todavía tengo esa disciplina y poco a poco voy logrando objetivos. Yo creo que la disciplina es lo más importante que debemos de tener, y a los jóvenes el estudio. El estudio yo creo que es algo, son dos herramientas importantes, el deporte y la educación. Y si tiene disciplina, seguramente van a lograr sus objetivos.
Well, I'm saying that that advice doesn't really have an age, but one of the most important values for him was discipline. And that goes all the way from being young until into your adult life as well. As parents, if the word discipline is so important, you're not going to get to your objectives. For kids, especially education, and sports as well, but without discipline, you're not going to get to where you want to go. And that's from 0 to 85 to 100, however old you are. Discipline is the building blocks of what we do. Discipline is how you get to your objectives. Ramon is saying, at his age now, discipline is how he still goes after his goals day by day, and how he continues to complete those dreams and those goals that he sets for himself. So discipline, yes. Education, focus on your studies for kids and sports. Everything is nothing without discipline.
What advice would you give your 12-year-old self?
Como dice el amigo Román, ya quisiéramos tener 12, ¿cierto? Coincidimos en lo mismo. Desde que nosotros empezamos a elegir este deporte, como el principal en nuestras vidas, lo que nos han inculcado en nuestros países es la disciplina y el sacrificio. Mientras no haya disciplina, no hay nada. Entonces, disciplina y sacrificio van de la mano en la forma de comportarse, en la forma de entrenar, en la forma de alimentarse, en el respeto cuando entras a un campo de fútbol, cuando estás fuera del campo de fútbol. Todo eso hace un conjunto en el cual ustedes van a poder lograr ser respetados en este deporte. Nosotros hemos podido llegar muy lejos, muy alto o a mitad de camino, pero hemos ido de la mano siempre aconsejados por nuestros entrenadores que este deporte a futuro, si tú lo llevas con disciplina, te va a servir para toda tu vida, no solamente para jugar fútbol, es para toda tu vida.
Well, as I was saying, similarly to Roman, discipline but also sacrifice, and that shows up on the field. That shows up in how you're training, how you're working with your teammates, how you're respecting the field that you show up to, how are you feeding yourself, how are you taking care of yourself. That's something, you know, when you have discipline and sacrifice, those are the base of what's going to take you where you want to go. And he said that a lot of his coaches told him, you know, if you do these things well in soccer, it's going to serve not only, you're not going to be a player forever. And so these are values that are going to stick with you for the rest of your life. They're going to help you achieve your goals for the rest of your life. And so to keep those things, discipline and sacrifice is very, very important advice.
Sophia, what would you tell your younger self looking back now?
One of the biggest things that holds young people back is self-doubt and the fear of failure. And the only way to get rid of that fear is to have confidence in your skill and understand your strength. And the only way to strengthen that is to practice on the side consistently. A lot of us on the Dragons, you're going to hear from your coaches to practice on the side, and a lot of people, especially when you're young, you're going to want to wave it off. But the biggest advice I have to tell you guys is you guys have to consistently practice on the side. It's like the rest of the panelists said, you have to be disciplined and you have to commit a lot of your time and understand the time that you're sacrificing, and understand that it'll all be worth it in the end because you'll have confidence in your skill and you won't doubt yourself when you're on the pitch because you know that you've put in the time and the dedication to be at your best.
To conclude this panel, I would like to say thank you so much to all of our panelists for their time coming out here, answering questions, sharing their experience with everyone else. There is going to be a separate part of the panel for women tourists, but I would like to hand this off to Melly, the Ireland host.
Let's give it up for our panelists and our tremendous athletes. Don't go anywhere yet, please. Thank you so much. Now, they are each holding a soccer ball, and I did not ask in advance, but you know, if anybody has a pen in the crowd and maybe wants a little signature, autograph or something, will you please honor us with that? And stand up for a photo opportunity. We're just so impressed and pleased. Please stand so we can take pictures. Okay, get your cameras. This one. All right. Let's see. That looks good. Okay. Get your pictures.
All right, if you smile and make eye contact with me, I know you're done. You good?
All right, you couple of kids want to get in the pictures right in front? Now's the time. Oh, come on. You know you want to get in there. Get in there. Oh, go. All right, for those taller young ones, I'm gonna need you to squat a little. Can you squat a little? I'm making eye contact with a tall youth. Take a knee or squat. All